Hey YouTube, welcome to Market Watch, your weekly segment where we talk about the Digimon card game market. And this week, super interesting. A lot of BT8 regionals are concluding, not just in North America, but also worldwide. And I think it is affecting the market, so we need to talk about these decks that are doing well and performing, and how the prices will impact things as we go. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, to the notification bell to smash potatoes, that way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. And we're going to start off here with Omnimons like we always do. We're still at around 80 bucks for that Omnimon, and the rest of the Omnimons have followed a similar suit from last week, except for this one, who has recently exploded to the $25 mark. Now, this is super interesting because, you know, Omnimon, this art, people like this art a lot. It's an Omnimon card, and it's BT5. Omnimon BT5 is just insane, okay? It's a good card, and more people are realizing it, and the artwork is there, not so common, on a set that's also not so common anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see more of these increase in price until there's more supply available. So just some food for thought there. X80 Ultimate Cup. Okay. Somebody mentioned, why didn't you cover the Ultimate Cup stuff? Why don't you? Like, the prices are going to remain kind of like this until, more Ultimate Cups happen. It's a good card. It's a freaking good card in Imperial Dramon, which is tier 1 deck that most people play 4 of. And other cards from Ultimate Cup as well fall suit to that. So, yes, it's going to be a little bit pricey right now. We all know that. The number itself doesn't really matter, unless you're selling it, of course, or buying it. It's just expensive. We got to wait. If you want to collect it, wait. That's all I'm going to say on that card. Belzeman. Now, I'm covering this because EX2 is right around the corner, and the Belzeman deck is kind of cool. Will you play many copies of this Belzeman? You might not. You might. It's up to you, right? But it is kind of expensive right now. I do think there will be a hype die-down period where this card drops a little bit in price, but I do also think there'll be a period again where this goes back up in price. So I would gauge what do you think is most appropriate to buy this card. I don't think the answer is now, personally. Belstarmon, on a little bit of expensive side. It's been going up, right? Belstar, kind of a hyped anti-meta control pick for the meta. There's this one listing here, alternate art, for 52, 53, 54 bucks, and then it's almost 60. A small buyout makes this card kind of expensive again. Not to mention that any Three Musketeers support, or anything that supports this whole theme, will make this card continue to go up in price over time. Everyone will keep thinking about this card. Card is really good. It's a waifu, overrated, and it is seeing play. You want to keep an eyeball on that. Analog Youth is on the downhill. Sure, it's 63 bucks right now, and then it kind of is expensive as it is, but the price trend is to go down. So I would wait and see what happens. Unless more purple decks really take off this format, Analog Youth probably continues to go down in price. Alright, Dorumon here. It is the lowest I've seen it for a while, 58 bucks. It might keep going down. However, I will say that while X80 Body hasn't had huge successes, it did win my circuit championship on Sunday. Very, very competent deck. Very strong deck. It's a good pick against a lot of the meta decks. It's pretty good against Mastermon, unless they have Chaos Degradation. If they have that, then it's just unfortunate. But besides that, they can kind of be an uphill battle, and for other decks as well, because of cards like Breath of the Gods, if you are interested in that. So yeah, the time might come to buy this for a little bit cheaper if you still want it, but keep in mind that again, it's going to go through another hype period where it'll go back up in price because of BT9 stuff. So you might want to make sure you have that card. Itmon alternate art, going down, 45 bucks. Really cool interactions where, in EX2, you can mill this Impmon and bring it back, and then get the on-play. Trash a card, add back like 7 or 8 Demon Lords. A lot of synergy with this Impmon, and it might go up in price soon, but also might decrease a little bit. So keep your eyeball on it, try to stack it for good price, because you could probably make a profit off it if you want to in the future. Really quickly, soon. Chaos Mode. Ying won the regionals this weekend, one of the regionals this weekend with Mastermon. Played 3 Chaos Mon, I believe. That matters, especially in the alt art market, if you're interested in that. Will Lusamon Kylis see much of a price spike? Probably nothing too crazy from this point in time. But, you know, it probably is due for a little bit of an increase, so just be careful. Don't sell them now if you have them. Wait. Susanomon has just been going up and up and up because of the performance of it in Yellow Hybrid. $30 card. It was a few dollars cheaper last week. You're running out of time for this card, I think, because nobody's going to stop playing Yellow Hybrid. People are really sold on deck. Powermon is still 30 bucks. And again, you buy this, it becomes 37, 38, and it just gets more ridiculous from there. Again, store championship promos, not a lot of circulation in stock. And if they don't reprint this in the next wave of store championship cards, as long as it keeps seeing play, as long as people keep hyping it, it's going to keep going up in price. Davis going down, which is really, really nice if you want Davises. I think you grab your Davises right around now if you want them. It's having a bit of a tank. Please go for it. Chimera has been going down. Now, I need to have this conversation on a different day, where the BT8 Supers are more expensive than the average on set release week after Supers. Chimera is good, played in a variety of decks. It's an okay card. Chimera here, it's probably going to continue to go down in price, to be honest. It's not played everywhere, but, you know, it is a good card. If you buy it at 14, you're probably not losing too much value if it goes down. I don't think it goes past 10, to be honest. RapidOne also 10. Been going up and up and up. But it was actually used to be $15. And it fell, basically, to $11. You know, as other decks like Magnum take forefront in hype periods like this, and other decks see more and more play, less and less people will play RapidOne, and then it'll cause the price to go down. That's typically how that works. So, you know, while it looks like it is going up in price, you know, the sold listings do not reflect it at all. There might be a time to grab these cards for under 10 bucks. Yellow Memory Boost, 15 bucks. Buyout. Kind of, sort of. If we buy these copies, then you gotta get through this wall. If you get through this wall, then they're $20 basically. Kind of crazy. And until more people open BT7 and list these cards, it's not very likely for the price of it to go down. So be wary. Magnum. This card was almost 15 bucks a little while ago. Now it's 10 bucks basically. 11 bucks. It'll keep going down in play because it's not seeing that much. As a result, the price will continue to drop. You know, you're either playing Armor Rush, you're teching it in Imperial, or you're playing some blue-yellow control stuff. That's your option for Magnum. Wait for the price to drop and then grab your copies for BT9. Kylis Breath. Look at that. We have a listing for $5, a playset, and then it's exploding again. Again, I'm not going to buy this. I won't be that guy. But if you want them, go for it. It's very cheap. Kylis Breath needs another reprint, unfortunately, because Musketeers blew this card's price to the moon. And that just happens sometimes. It's a 7-cost option. What do you want? And it bounces to hand. It's a good mechanic, to be honest. Any card, crazy. So yeah, Kylis Breath, good card, worth the price. Grab it for 5 if you can. Steven gets it for 5. Quick profit if you can. Pretty good. Pretty good. Mimi Tachikawa, $10 and going up. I do recommend grabbing your copies of this card now. It is a BT1 rare. And green is tier 1 in BT9. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Blackboard Raymond. On the downturn right now, but price is still stalling around $7, $8. Recommendation. Blackboard Raymond isn't doing too much right now, unfortunately. I think there's a super specialized counter pick to play Blackboard Raymond. But Magnum on the meta kind of makes it a little more awkward. I do think this will go down in price. That's my opinion. Lady Davimon, being a BT 1.5 rare, is starting to be a little expensive. That's $7. Magnum decks have to play this card at a few copies, as well as random purple decks that do well, like freaking Purple Metal Groom on BT8. Yeah, apparently that deck has something to it. Who would have thought? But yeah, you are running out of time for Lady Davimon. Yes, it has a max rarity technically. Yes, this is not it. However, don't be surprised if these listings go away. Lady Devi becomes expensive again, like it used to be. I don't think it'll ever hit $20 highs, but it's a good card. Purple Memory Boost, $10 and going up as purple decks start to see more and more play. And there's just not much left. Somebody can buy these last 3 copies, spend $30, and like list them for whatever they want, to be honest. That's just kind of how it is. As long as it sells, it's no big deal. So yeah, these listings sold. All that's left now are for these listings to sell, and that'll just make things super interesting. Millenniumon. Just a little bit of a reminder that Millenniumon X, or whatever they call it, does exist. We're probably going to have that at some point in the future. You might want to make sure you have your alt-art Millenniumons, just in case that happens. Because as soon as it's happening, you know the hype is going to happen, right? And then creepymon alternate art. I just want to refresh this page real quick because I've had it up for a while. Yeah, okay, creepymon alternate art. Now, why am I covering creepymon alternate art? I'm covering creepymon alternate art because it's making waves in the UK, and we also had it come top 4 at my circuit championship. Top 4, creepymon. The deck is super combo. It is what it is, and a really good player can crack this deck right open, if you ask my opinion. I would not be surprised if this card continues to go down, but if we ever get support that synergizes with creepymon, like 7 Great Demon generic support, or cards that activate when milled, which is soon, creepymon has an argument to go up in price. Eventually, over time, the alt art in particular. The regular art is freaking like $5-6, don't worry about it. But it's the alternate art that might see the most waves, because it's an alt art secret, and that matters. So just a word to the wise, a PSA, if you have any kind of faith in creepymon whatsoever, you might want to pick up a few copies. That's all. What do you guys think about this week's Market Watch? Let me know in the comment section below. Did we cover everything? Did we miss anything? Let me know. Bye. See you later.